Without a doubt, Final Fantasy is one of the most famous and successful series in the history of video games. With several games spanning an era of more than 20 years, Final Fantasy has often found itself setting the bar for games in the RPG genre. So, how did this series come about? Well, in 1987, the video game company Square was in financial trouble with only the funds to create one final game. If this game was unsuccessful, the company would surely go out of business. So, ironically enough, they titled their likely final game Final Fantasy. Released in 1987 for the Famicom in Japan and in 1990 for the NES in America, this game was a huge success. It saved the company from going bankrupt. So, after more than 20 years, how does this game hold up? Well, let's find out. Upon starting the game, you see a message appear which basically sums up the plot of the game for you. In essence, the world sucks. But don't worry, there will be 4 warriors of light, each holding an orb, who are going to come out of nowhere and save everyone. So you go around the world trying to restore power to these 4 orbs, each representing a classic element: earth, fire, water, and wind. By restoring power to these orbs, you will save the world. So the question remains, who are these warriors of light? Well, you get to choose. When starting a new game, you get to pick a party of 4 characters. You can choose any combination of the following classes: fighter, black belt, thief, who, despite his name, can't steal, and red, white, or black mages. For my party, I chose the fighter, thief, white mage, and black mage. You also get to name your characters, which is a cool feature. It lets you add a more personal touch to your party. The only thing is, you're limited to only 4 letters for each character's name. I couldn't even put my whole first name in. Looks like you lucked out, Joe the Black Mage. Now, as far as development goes, aside from the basic leveling up, there's not too much of it, as the Warriors of Light all remain silent protagonists throughout the entire game. But at one point, all 4 of them upgrade, become better, stronger, and faster than they were before. The fighter becomes a knight, the thief becomes a ninja, the black belt becomes a master, and the red, white, and black mages all become wizards. So you spend most of your time wandering the world, going from town to town, fighting things. You fight all sorts of enemies in this game, including imps, ogres, spiders, sharks, wolves, wizards, and creeps. Don't go into the vans, kids. At the beginning of the game, battles seem to take a long time and don't seem to have much payout for your work. But as the game goes on, battles get easier and take less time. However, I do feel that at some points there is a bit of an emphasis on grinding or mindlessly battling to level up your characters. One reason for this would be caves. If you aren't prepared, caves can destroy you. You better stock up on heal potions and pure potions, because several enemies can and will poison you, and others just do lots of damage. Several treasure chests contain set battles in front of them with stronger enemies, so you'll have to be prepared for those as well. And of course, once you go deep into a cave to get what you came for, you have to fight your way back out, oftentimes after fighting a boss which probably weakened or killed a few party members. Speaking of getting poisoned, after a battle, whoever gets poisoned moves to the bottom of your party. This can cause a big problem if, for example, a fighter gets poisoned, and he switches spots with, say, a black mage. The black mage will move to the top, and the fighter will move to the bottom. This could be bad because if you don't realize it, your black mage could take some unwanted hits. Now, for most of your adventure, the game is pretty good about telling you where to go next. However, there are 2 to 3 parts I did have to look up online, such as how to get the airship, and how to enter the Mirage Tower in the desert. But, minor gripes aside, this is a great game. The plot was as good as it got on the NES, with some interesting characters, and the music, which was composed by the now legendary Nobuo Uematsu, is superb, despite the limitations the NES had. If you get the chance, definitely check this game out.